Hi there, Cory McArthur here, your realtor online with RE/MAX, and I hope you're having a fantastic spring day. We're at the beginning of March here, and one thing I want to talk to you guys a little bit about today is multiple offers and winning multiple offers. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about from the buyer's perspective as this time of year, as we move into the spring, there's a good chance that we may run into this situation when we're out shopping for a home. So there's a few strategies that you want to employ to be as successful as possible when looking at a multiple offer situation. So as a buyer, as a rule of thumb, sometimes you never like to be in one because it means you're competing. You don't have quite as much negotiating power. And as a seller, you would love to be in one every single time you sell your house, but that's not always the case. But as we move into the spring market, which is traditionally a hotter market, we can see that happen a lot. So it comes down to a few factors. Usually your two key factors are price and conditions, right? So in a multiple offer situation, let's talk about price. Usually with price, you're either going to pay asking price or above a lot of times, depending on how many people are competing for the same property. And let me just say this, is that every single scenario, every single multiple offer is different. No two situations are the same. So you need to take it on a case-by-case basis. So there's not necessarily any hard and fast rules on the way things go. But multiple offer situations, I can say that I have never had a client pay less than asking price in a multiple offer situation. You're usually paying asking price or more in those cases. And usually that's the biggest factor at the end of the day. I mean, selling your property, you want as much money as possible. However, when we do look at conditions, we don't want to see any conditions in the offer that may jeopardize the deal for us. So usually conditions include a home inspection, a financing clause, an insurance clause, and if you're looking at buying a condo, then it would include a status certificate clause as well. There are other clauses that can go into the offer, but those are usually your primary ones. So as a seller, when a seller looks at that, they say, okay, my offer that I'm accepting on my property is conditional upon these things. So sometimes a strategy as a buyer is to make those conditions as short as possible. So meaning you're going to only do it for 3-5 days. A typical period would be 7 to 10 days. So shortening up those conditions makes it more favorable for the seller, saying, listen, you're going to know by the end of 3 days whether we're going to move forward and firm up this sale or not. Your other option is that you can sometimes remove all your conditions altogether. As a realtor, we don't generally recommend this as a rule of thumb, but from a strategic standpoint, if you know your financing's good, you're comfortable with the quality of the home, and you know that you can get insurance on the property, then sometimes what buyers will do is they'll take all the conditions out altogether. And they'll say, I'm removing all conditions. It's a firm offer. If you accept my deal, if you accept my offer, then it's a firm deal, meaning you can take this to the bank, basically. Now the last piece, and this is what most realtors overlook, and I can tell you from experience that 99.9% of realtors do not do this. However, what I've begun to employ recently in the past year or so is whenever I'm in a multiple offer situation, I will work with my buyer clients to come up with a cover letter that we attach to the offer. And basically what this is a lot of times a seller has no idea who's buying their home. They've never met them. They've never met me. They don't know anything about the people that are buying their home. So what we'll do is we'll draft a cover letter that just explains who the buyers are, what they love about the property, and what their plans are with the property. So for example, late last year, there was a family home, multiple offer. Had a young family that I was helping that just wanted to upsize, kind of move into their family home. And we were in a multiple offer situation, and we attached that cover letter. And I got an email back from the agent, the listing agent, saying, I can't believe how much this cover letter affected their decision. And I'm not surprised, because at the end of the day, if it comes down to only a couple $1,000s and you know exactly who's moving into your house, and you just kind of fall in love with the idea of people carrying on, living in a family home or whatever it is that they may be doing, then at the end of the day, a lot of times people will sacrifice, or they'll bypass that few $1,000s or whatever it may be to kind of know who's living in their home, and they just kind of like the idea of that. So it's small touches like that that can be a real strategy to making sure that you win multiple offers. So that's all I have for you today. I've given you a real bird's eye view of everything, and outside of that, I mean, there's lots of other little strategies that we've put into play and approaches that we take to make sure that all of our buyer clients are as successful as possible. But if you're thinking of making a move this spring, then I would love to chat with you. Please do reach out to me. If you're a past client of mine and you know anybody that's thinking of making a move this spring, then please have them get in touch with me. I would love for you to pass my name along to them. I depend on referrals from great people like you, and I'd love to work with more great people like you as well. So other than that, I hope you're having a fantastic day. You know where you can reach me. You can always call me directly on my cell at 519-476-7016. Shoot me a text, give me a call, or you can even reach me by email at Cory@CoryMcArthur.com. Like I said, other than that, I hope you're having a great day, enjoying this spring, and hopefully we'll get to chat soon. Take care. Bye-bye.